This is a cheetah family like no other. 9 cubs and 2 mothers, who against all odds have kept all these cubs alive here in South Africa's Great Karoo. Their true story began with a chance meeting of Inara and her 4 cubs, and Chili with her 5. Now cubs suckle from different mothers, and mothers raise each other's cubs. Chili and Inara are themselves mother and daughter. But adult female cheetahs are solitary animals. This family breaks all the rules. Inara has recently lost the family. For now, all 9 cubs are under Chili's care. Alone for weeks, Inara has gone back into estrus. She's now searching for a mate. The family's future is uncertain and more precarious than ever before. It's been a month since Chili led the cubs away from Inara to the furthest end of her range here at Samara Karoo Reserve. The cubs are all well fed, but no cheetah mother has ever raised 9 cubs. This doesn't seem to worry Chili. It looks like she won't have it any other way. She's always resisted Inara's company. Still, with so many hungry mouths, the pressure to hunt is relentless. But this is also how cubs learn, by following and watching. Chili gives the cubs fair notice, and then she's off. Always on the lookout, a good huntress seizes every opportunity. And that's why this family is thriving. The cub's other mother, Inara, has made her way to Samara's high mountain plains in search of Shadow, the resident male. Courtship is in the air. They've been together for 4 days, mating 3 to 5 times a day. There's no guarantee Inara will become pregnant so soon after being separated from her cubs. If she does, she'll give birth in 3 months. The following morning, she heads back down the mountain to her range that she shares with Chili and the cubs, and into an uncertain future. Samara hosts a vast array of habitats, from fertile mountain plains to dry semi-desert. There's plenty of game here. Unlike lions, female cheetahs are solitary hunters. There's no safety in numbers for Chili. She needs to select her prey carefully. Adult warthogs with large tusks are too big a risk. But there are smaller, yearling pigs here too. With 9 rapidly growing cubs to feed, she makes the call. The cubs are learning discipline under Chili and react to her when prey is close. They know the drill. Slot into formation, single file, stay low, silent. This isn't playtime. Dinner is served. It's a substantial meal. The risk has paid off. But it's come at a price. The tusk went deep. Inara is back in her home range and lets her missing family know by scent marking. This is how cheetahs keep track of one another, with chemical information in their urine. Chili's scent might be here too. If so, it could lead Inara back to the cubs. That is, if she still wants to find them. After all, she may now be pregnant with a new litter. It's been 3 days since the warthog wounded Chili. She's resting in an acacia thicket. The cubs are restless. Hunger makes them active. But they won't be ready to hunt on their own for another year. Chili bows to the cub's pressure. But will her leg hold out? The wound is infected, sapping her energy. Still, Chili needs to bring in another meal for the cubs. If she was feeding just one cub, or two, or three, or even four, she could hunt every few days. But when there are 5 or 6 cubs, then one meal doesn't stretch far. Make that 7, 8, or even 9 cubs, then Chili has a problem. Cheetahs are highly specialized hunters. They need to be 100% fit. But Chili's leg isn't holding out. The cubs sense the crisis and surround Chili like a protective cloak. There's no way she can hunt today or any time soon. She needs rest. These cubs would normally be running about, playing. This subdued behavior is unusual, as if they understand something is wrong. They know what they need to do. Show Chili some love. A herd of blesbok approaches. A perfect opportunity for an ambush. But Chili is just too weak to pay them any attention. She'll have to hunt soon. But it's now clear. Chili faces death from infection and the cubs' starvation. If they could ever use Inara's help, it's now. Samara Karoo Reserve wants its 12 cheetahs to live a genuine, wild life. But Chili and her cubs are critically important members of an international cheetah conservation project. Letting nature run its course is not an option. When the plan is to help save Africa's most endangered cat. This last-ditch move may save Chili's life. Her wound is cleaned and stitched up. She's given a powerful antibiotic and an antidote to the sedative. The cubs' future is at stake here too. They need Chili to teach them how to hunt and live like wild cheetahs. Samara's conservation project rides on her recovery. Now the cubs can only wait. Moments later, Chili is fully conscious. The cubs are happy to have their mother back. Next morning, Chili is still nursing her leg. She has 30 stitches. The cubs are back to their old ways and their favorite pastime, climbing trees. Chili must find the strength, or this will be another day without a hunt. For now, she's still recuperating. Meanwhile, Inara tracks the scent of her missing family. She might even detect the cortisol stress hormones in Chili's urine. She may very well know that her mother is in trouble. Now that she's on their trail, she's walking with purpose. It's been a week since the injury. Chili is still on the mend, but the cubs are lifting her spirits. Inara's not calling, so it's unclear if she desires to reunite with her family. After more than a month apart, she now has them in her sights. The cubs don't yet see her. She still doesn't call. She's being cautious. They spot Inara, who heads in their direction. She plays it cool, pauses, no reaction. Chili sets a frosty tone. But Sia goes to greet her. So does Blue and Kolisi, prompting the others to follow. Finally, Chili joins them. Is she simply following to protect her cubs, or is she welcoming Inara back too? Inara's timing is remarkable. Chili's leg will take time to heal. She needs support to feed the cubs. Inara is quick to inspect Chili's injury. Maybe she really did know that Chili was in trouble while tracking her scent. Maybe she returned to save the family. Whatever the case, her return opens a new chapter in their lives. Inara has some way to go before the cubs fully accept her. Chili has been their mother for the past month. Still, it's a good day. 2 mothers, 9 cubs, one enormous family. It's been 4 days since the warthog kill. A newborn Cape buffalo calf would be a huge meal, but it's too great a risk. Its distress calls would get the attention of not just its mother, but the whole herd. They would charge and use those horns. Nevertheless, the cheetahs head straight towards the buffalo. They look placid enough, but buffalo are amongst Africa's most dangerous animals. They've been known to kill lions. A cheetah would be child's play. Inara sees the buffalo down below. So does little Kolisi, and it stops her in her tracks. She's in no hurry to go down there. She'll let the other cubs meet them first. Chili places herself between the buffalo and the cubs. Some cubs are hesitant, but Inara leads the way. She has a lesson to teach the cubs, something her mother Chili taught her. That cheetahs are fearless. She won't divert their course around the buffalo. The flummoxed buffalo do what buffalo do best. They ruminate on the problem, work themselves into a bother, and charge. The buffalo set their sights on Inara. The cubs have a front row seat, but maybe too close. They had to flee, but the cubs still feel like champions. Some of the cubs have escaped unscathed. But where are the others? The buffalo would trample a cub without hesitating. The ever-vigilant seer notices her little sister Kolisi is missing. There's no sign of her. She begins to search. By dusk, only 7 cubs had made their way back to Chile. Finally, Sia finds Khaleesi hiding in a bush and leads her to safety. Chile has been the cubs' protector for weeks. With her, they feel safe. It's clear Inara isn't yet fully accepted by the family. Tonight, Inara will sleep alone. At daybreak, Chile and Inara seem to have reached an understanding. For the sake of the cubs, they must work together. Their common goal? Securing a meal. They set off towards the plains. "11 cheetahs out in the open is sure to scare off any prey." They move to the thicket to conceal the enormous family. Today's meal depends on Inara. Until Chile heals, the huntress has been demoted to babysitter. The open plain is good springbok habitat. Even with just one good eye, she sees them well through the heat haze. This is far enough. This open habitat requires a new strategy. Rather than stalk her prey, Inara does the opposite. She lays low and waits for them to come to her. She's hiding in plain sight. There are big distractions here, which could divert her prey's attention and make them complacent. It's a time-consuming strategy and uncomfortable under a hot sun. A nearby hare is also hiding in plain sight to avoid Inara. But she has her eye on the springbok. Hours later, and they change direction. Inara loses focus, and the hare makes its move. Inara will return empty-handed. A meal would help her re-establish the bond with her family. But it's not to be. Back with Chile and the cubs, Inara is all but ignored. She rests by herself. Eventually, Sia notices that Inara is the odd one out and goes to her. This cub is always looking out for the underdog. This is Inara's first true moment of affection since she reunited with the family. Sia's lead draws in Blue. And then Khaleesi. Now Chili is on her own. With these cubs, it's all one mother or the other. It's time to bed down for the night. All the cubs are in the den with Inara. There's no room for Chili. Sia notices Chili alone and goes to her. Once again, Sia looks out for the lone family member. This little cub has enough compassion for the whole family. Dawn casts a peaceful spell on the Karoo. The family is waking up. It doesn't take long for 9 cubs to pierce the silence. Khaleesi is the last to leave the security of Inara's side. These two formed a close bond after Khaleesi mistook Inara for her mother. Cubs from the different litters have also bonded. Inara's cub Blue and Chili's cub Sia are inseparable. Blue is a month older, so has the advantage. But Sia always puts up a good fight. Inara's second strongest is Whitetail, named for his bright white-tipped tail. He's always challenging Blue, but for now, Blue remains number 1. This is all too boisterous for Khaleesi. She's also hungry again. Why waste time playing when two moms can take them hunting? Once Inara is on her feet, the cubs know it's time to move. Whitetail and the others fall in right behind Inara. Chili is at the back, where the strongest cub usually walks. Not her normal position, but with a bad leg, she doesn't have much choice. This walk will be a good test for Chili's leg. So far, it looks strong. The stitches were sewn loosely, giving her full range of motion as the wound heals. But there's no telling how long it will take before she'll run again. The plains are still teeming with springbuck. For now, Inara takes the lead. Chili is itching to join her. Inara began the chase too soon. She only has vision in one eye, so may have misjudged the distance. Between Inara and Chili, it's the blind leading the lame. The cubs have company. Meerkats, the most vigilant little mammals in the karoo. There are mongooses here too, and ground squirrels. They're all cub-sized prey. Some of them look like easy pickings. Cubs usually stay put during the hunt. But it's been a week since the warthog. This is too irresistible. But these critters have no intention of becoming cheetah snacks. All eyes are on the cheetahs. They also have alarm calls should the cheetahs attack. These little mammals all have deep burrows, perfect panic rooms to escape speedy cheetahs. Inara won't give up. She still has many hungry mouths to feed. Best leave the hunting to Inara, so the cubs dip out of sight. Inara has caught up with her prey. She's also stumbled across a family of bat-eared foxes. This mother is caring for almost as many youngsters as Inara. But, unlike cheetahs, she has a monogamous partner to help raise her kits. They also have burrows to escape down. Inara leaves them in peace. She has bigger prey in mind. The hungry cubs are quick to respond to the dinner bell. Only 5 of the cubs feast with Inara. The other 4 are with Chili. Cheetahs need to eat quickly and move on before bigger predators catch wind of their kills. They consume the meal in under an hour, and just in time. The cubs have yet to learn that jackals pose no threat. But leopards, lions, or hyenas would clean up here. Chili hasn't tried to muscle in on Inara's meal. Even injured and hungry, she remains stubbornly independent. Half the family is fed, a step forward. But the pressure remains to feed the rest of them. Perhaps this is how it goes with such a large family. Only 5 or 6 will feed at a time. For now, the cubs are still small. But in the coming months, they will need much more food as they grow. Dawn reveals which cubs have filled their bellies. Chili's cubs, Sia and Kolisi, have eaten. When the cubs were first mixed up, Inara accepted them as her own. After more than a month apart, it seems she hasn't changed her mind. Inara's smallest cub, Shaka, didn't feed. He takes his cues from Chili now. His bigger brother, Whitetail, seems to see it that way too. Last night's meal has energized the whole family. All the cubs are playful. They're learning to pounce and tackle, both crucial skills for their future survival. They're also learning how to use their paws to hook and trip their siblings. When they're adults, they'll use these same techniques to capture prey. Inara is up and ready to go. After her success last night, she's counting on her luck to continue today. The cubs who ate last night may slow them down. By the size of their bellies, it's remarkable they can walk at all. Chili is walking strong, looking fit, like the top athlete she can be. It's been over a week since she last sprinted, and just 4 days since her wound was stitched up. They lead the cubs to the thicket, concealing them. The mothers head to the plains together. Chili takes the lead. This is going to be her hunt. Cheetahs are the world's fastest land animal. But will Chili's leg hold out? Chili, the Queen of Samara, is back. A kill this big is enough to feed all of them. Ten cheetahs feeding together is an extraordinary sight. If they were lions, we'd call this a pride. Only Inara doesn't join in. She's the same as Chili, instinctively independent. This instinct should really keep the two mothers apart. But Chili and Inara are also driven by a second instinct: to care for their cubs. This deeper, timeless instinct always points them back to their cubs, like a compass to true north. As for their cubs, they have become inseparable. And so, Africa's most unusual cheetah family continues to share their lives, separate but together for now.